Two submissions regarding bylaw number 2045 received prior to the end of business day, January 29th. Copies of the noted submissions were put into the agenda package. 32 were in support and 10 were not in support. Since that time, a further 138 submissions were received following after 4 o'clock up until 4 o'clock this afternoon. They have been photocopied and placed in front of council. 96 were in support and 42 were not in support. In addition to these submissions were 3 petitions that were received. The first petition, including 148 signatures, with the statement that the application of the Evergreen Baptist Campus of Care to construct a new care facility in White Rock, we the undersigned, acknowledging the extreme shortage of care beds and recognizing Evergreen's outstanding record in providing excellence care, strongly support the said application. The second petition included 59 signatures. We, the undersigned citizens of White Rock living at Evergreen Manor, agree to the attached letter of January 28th, which is included in the package, and would request that City of White Rock Council approve the rezoning of the Evergreen Baptist Campus of Care property. The final petition included 188 signatures. In addition to that, there were 12 emailed notations regarding support of this petition, totaling 200 notations of support. 2 of these emails were from the presidents of the Strata for Sussex House and the Shearwater. The statement on this one is that we, the undersigned, are concerned citizens who are opposed to the Evergreen project as currently conceived. We urge the White Rock City Council to reject the rezoning application submitted by the developer, Evergreen, and reject bylaw number 2045. We believe that it is the responsibility of the city to preserve and protect the interests and rights of the existing homeowners over the interests of the developers who are seeking aggressive rezoning better to enable them to achieve their revenue growth and financial goals. Those are the submissions for bylaw 2045.
Thank you very much. Okay, now ladies and gentlemen, we get into the public hearing portion where this is your opportunity to speak to council. We do have, these are the submissions we've received so far in writing, and we're prepared to listen to what people have to say tonight. We have 56 speakers, and at 5 minutes each, do the math, we'll be here a while. But if you wish, you can shorten your time down. You have my blessing if you want to. If you want to take less than your allotted 5 minutes, that'll be fine. But we are going to stick to the 5-minute allocation, so if you're in mid-sentence, I might cut you off and ask you to come back and speak for a second time, and that will be done after we've heard from everybody else. So you may be here a while. And if it's necessary to adjourn the meeting because we run out of time, we will do that, and we're looking at having a re-adjourn meeting tomorrow night, starting at 6 o'clock at City Hall. So, without further ado, I'll call the names up now, and please forgive me if I mispronounce these names. I have a tendency to do that. But the first speaker I have is Bridget Knopfel.
My name is Bridget Knopfel. I live at 1354 Winter Street in White Rock. I speak in support of the Evergreen proposal. Both my mother and father were residents at Evergreen. They began in the supportive housing section, and then as they needed more care, were moved into the complex care section. My mother was, for a short time, in the B wing. As she had Alzheimer's, the B wing did not at all meet her needs. The staff there were wonderful, but the configuration of the rooms is such that 2 rooms share 1 bathroom, and there are 2 doors in. And my mother always seemed to go out the wrong door. If you know Alzheimer's, you know that mix-ups happen all the time and are very easy to happen. And this just confused her terribly. She was then moved to D wing, which is the newest part, and there every room has its own bathroom, and my mother was a much, much happier person. B Wing does not meet the needs of the people there. There's just not the facilities for them for crafts and things like that. My father was in C Wing when he needed care. He was tied to an oxygen concentrator when he was in his room. He was very mobile and liked to get up and socialize, but he had to carry his oxygen bottles around with him. And the room was so small that besides the bed, we had to wedge in a chair so that he could watch a little TV. And with the oxygen concentrator, he could not move very well at all. They could not store the oxygen bottles in that room. They were stored down at the end of the hallway, and therefore my dad couldn't get out of the room unless someone would come and hook him up to a bottle as opposed to the oxygen concentrator. As well, when he required a walker, he could not get into the bathroom with his walker. The bathroom doors are so small that anybody who's wheelchair bound or with a walker cannot move. So the facilities there do not meet the needs of the people that are there. The services provided by the staff are excellent. The staff work very, very hard. As for tearing down B and C before the new building is built, the disruption that would cause would be catastrophic. My father loved the fact that he could see my mother every single day. They were in separate wings, but they could see one another. Dad was mobile, he went to see Mom. So I don't see tearing them down and relocating those people that are there as an option. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Next speaker I have is Karen Shaw.
Fellow Mayor and Councillors, my name is Karen Shaw. I live at Unit 205, 14950 Thrift Avenue. Like the former speaker, I am in favor of the renovations at Evergreen. My family has been in White Rock since before the First World War. I am the fourth generation White Rock person, and we raised the next generation here. So we've made